meine lieben Deutsch-Happen-Schüler, ich bin Kirsten und heute möchte ich ein bisschen über Satzstruktur mit euch sprechen. So, we are going to make this part German, part English, as it's a grammar lesson, and I really want that you understand at least the introduction to German sentence structure, therefore a little bit of English as well. So I want to concentrate in this lesson on the so-called Aussagesatz, if you will, normal sentence, versus let's see what happens to the normal sentence structure when I want to make it a relative clause. So in German called der Relativsatz, with using a relative pronoun, and you will also see that some things happen to the verb. Alright, but let's start with the normal Aussagesatz first. And I put here Lisa studiert in Heidelberg, period. Next sentence. Sie ist eine gute Schülerin. So I think that's not very complicated to understand. Lisa studies in Heidelberg. She is a good student. Alright, good. Let's analyze the sentence structure in a normal sentence a little bit. So my subject, here of course this girl or young woman Lisa is my subject. What does she do is our verb, or we can also call it Prädikat, means conjugated verb. So let's put a P. And where is she studying? In Heidelberg. So, but it could also be followed by anything else. So let's say an object. So the normal sentence structure in German is always called SPO. Subject, Prädikat, conjugated verb, and object. SPO. Same over here. Sie, subject, ist, conjugated verb, Prädikat, and she is what refers back to the subject. So this whole part of eine gute Schülerin refers back to sie, or if you will, Lisa, because she is what? She's a good student. Now, it always happens like this. You can have two objects in a sentence, then it's normally a direct object and an indirect object. These may be in the accusative and in the dative and not only in nominative like here. But generally this is the sentence structure we use. Okay, now I have two relatively short and isolated sentences. These are in themselves correct, but other clauses, like here Relativsatz, so relative clause, let's say make it more interesting and also fun, and you improve sort of your style, if you will, when using these. So what you need to know about Relativsatz is that you always need a relative pronoun, and this relative pronoun depends in its case because it refers back to something. Well, here we have identified Lisa as our subject, and Lisa is a girl or a woman. So this is why our relative pronoun is of course die. You have three different relative pronouns, and I think I did a lesson on this. So you had der, die, das in the singular and die again in the plural. As Lisa is a woman or a girl, it's of course die, feminine and singular. Okay, So let's see what happens from the normal sentence now in the relative clause. So we have Lisa, die eine gute Schülerin ist. So this is the interesting part here. Besides, well, the relative clause is divided by commas from the rest of the sentence, but the verb position is actually the interesting one. Because what did we see? We say that normally the verb always comes in the second place. But, as you can see in the relative clause, it comes at the very last position. Okay? All the rest stays the same, but the verb goes last. And then, comma, studiert in Heidelberg. So, of course, we don't have to repeat Lisa or sie again. This is the nice thing about relative clauses. I can eliminate unnecessary repetitions, and this is why I get a long sentence and more elegant sentence, if you will, than the two short individual ones. So we continue, of course, with the verb studies in Heidelberg. Good. So once again, the sentence as a whole. Lisa, die eine gute Schülerin ist, who is a good student, studiert in Heidelberg, studies in Heidelberg. Okay. I hope this was sort of a helpful first step and intro in the normal sentence structure compared with then sentence structure in Relativsatz. And that's all for the moment. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful. As always, you can engage with me on Twitter, which is @DeutschHappen, and yes, I answer myself. And if you join our Facebook page, that's also facebook.com/DeutschHappen. And yes, it is definitely me who answers and writes with you, so maybe that's also a reason to join. Good, everybody. Ich sehe euch nächstes Mal zur nächsten Übung und bis dann, alles Gute, tschüss.